The Libertarian Party is based on a firm principle of non-aggression. We all take a pledge when we join the party that we will never initiate force against somebody else. And that is, a pretty simple principle that everybody should endorse. It's a principle of what makes civilization. That is, you respect other people's life, you respect other people's property.
The party stands for what the name of the party is. It stands for liberty. And of course, many of us have come over the years to believe that the other two parties no longer stands for the Constitution and liberty, and that there's no difference between the two. I mean, whether you have Republicans or Democrats in office, government gets bigger, taxes go up, the deficit gets worse. We can elect even a man like Ronald Reagan, and the deficit's got a lot worse. So we don't see any difference. The Libertarians stand for less government, for individual liberty, get the government off our backs, a more sensible foreign policy, and it's just a lot different than what we're getting in Washington. So it's awful frustrating to endorse the same old parties, Republicans and Democrats, and never see significant change. Some would argue, well, Democrats at least stand up for civil liberties and they stand up for a foreign policy of less intervention overseas. But when you look at it, whether Democrats are in charge or Republicans are in charge, personal liberties are intruded upon. We go about the world trying to interfere in the internal affairs of all nations, and we're having eternal conflicts. And it's unlike what our founders intended, unlike what the Constitution said, and unlike our American tradition of minding our own business and letting the people decide what is best for themselves.
Are you not going to vote in November?
No, I'll vote. I'll make my vote count. I'll vote for an alternative party. I mean, to vote
Gary
for the
Johnson.
lesser two evils makes no difference. So I'll vote for an alternative. There's bound to be somebody that believes in something that comes closer to what the American tradition is all about, and free markets. I mean, I'm not going to vote for tariffs, So it would be pretty hard for me to do that.
Congressman Hyde, is it possible, would you consider voting for the Libertarian candidate if Donald Trump is the nominee?
Certainly.
There you go.
Why not? Why not? Why should I throw my vote away? I think people's votes should count. And people who say if they're progressive and they vote Green Party, oh, I wasted my vote. Not if you're disgusted. What if you have a Hillary? She's not a progressive. I mean, she's a neocon. She could run as a Republican. So why throw their vote away? Vote Green Party. Right. If you're a Libertarian or a true constitutionalist, vote Libertarian. Make your vote count. But just to vote for some of the lesser of evil, I just never bought into that.